Originally, I had submitted a different script, but it was denied, and so I had to find another script, another show, in about the course of a weekend. And I had recently worked on Waiting for Godot in a class of mine, and so I ended up submitting that, and it was accepted. So then began my journey into figuring out how exactly I was going to put this on stage, and also how I was going to make it tangible for my audiences, because I had students that I was presenting to, and as much as, I could have done original style of Beckett, I wanted to do something that they could see these shows in a new light. So I decided to do the post-apocalyptic theme, war theme also, because right now, war is very prevalent for everyone. A lot of people have someone in the war, or a lot of people have, war movies are popular. And so I thought that that would be something that brings it closer to the audience. And then also characters that they could maybe either relate to or they've known or met before. I set an early meeting for my designers and I because they were all students like me, and I wanted them to feel comfortable, like they could come directly to me. And as much as we have faculty, staff, and advisors, I wanted us to all feel like this was something that we were creating together. And I thought building that relationship early would help that. So I set a meeting, and it was a very casual coffee meeting in the library. Everyone kind of just, introduced themselves, said hello. And then I basically just gave them some things to take away from the meeting so that I could start their creative process. I gave them textures that I saw or that I felt when I was reading the show. I also gave them colors and moods, and I gave them some songs to listen to as well. And we talked about the themes that I was seeing for the play, as well as for the concept. So the war and a lot of damage, and really it's just destructed, almost bombed out. So I wanted to give that feeling of isolation and a desolate world so that we could really accomplish that. The timeline of the show was very tight, because we had about 3 weeks to put this full production together. And not only did I work in the rehearsal process as the director, I also was working in the shop as the painter for the show. So I was kind of looking at this show from all different sides, which was actually very helpful for me, because I got to see the whole picture while I was working on it, and I didn't get distracted or confused by things. I was always kind of ready for something to happen, which was really helpful for me. And I scheduled so that I can make sure that each rehearsal we used our time efficiently, because if not, if we miss out on something, then that's it, and we don't have time to make it up. For me, when working with actors, when I always worked on shows as an actor, I wanted to feel comfortable. Like I could talk to my director one-on-one. I wanted to know that I could play, and so I wanted to create an atmosphere like that for my actors. So in rehearsals, we would, we'd occasionally stop for a joke and a laugh, and then we would get immediately back to work because we couldn't lose time. But those small jokes and laughs allowed them to feel comfortable in play, so that when we came to the funny, comical pieces of the script, they were like, oh, well, why don't we pull what we did earlier? And then it became something really fun and magical that they kind of owned.
Working with Hannah is a unique experience on its own, because she allows us the freedom to express ourselves while we're working, and yet at the same time it's very focused and it's very detailed, and we work together to come up with something that none of us ever thought was possible in 3 weeks. So, but working with Hannah specifically is unique in and of itself, because she's just so vibrant. Her personality is so big and bolsterous, and just like, I'm bringing you guys with me on this journey, and we completed it together, like she wasn't going to leave anyone behind. So this is my first experience with Beckett, and working with his script, and I had very limited expectations as to what I was going to be able to produce, and especially in such a short amount of time. But coming into the rehearsal process, every single day Hannah took time with us to just She made it seem like we had a lot more time than what we actually had. And then whenever the time came for us to put up this production, we felt like we had been working on it for quite a while, even though it had only been about 3 or 4 weeks. And I feel like I didn't want to let that go. I kind of wanted to keep working on it, but it felt like it was a finished product that we really wanted to share.
Did you ever hear the story of the Englishman in the brothel?
Yes.
Tell me. Stop it! An Englishman, having drunk a little more than usual, proceeds to a brothel. The bot asks him if he wants a fair one, a dark one, or a red hair. Stop it!
You had something to say to me. You wanted to speak to me.
Edie!
I have nothing to say to you.
You're angry. Forgive me. Give me your hand. Embrace me. Oh, come, Edie, don't be stubborn. But he said Gatto! Not at all! Excuse me, sir. Are you Mr. Gatto? I'm Pazzo! Pazzo! Does that name mean nothing to you? I'm saying! Does that name mean nothing to you? Pazzo! 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 Let me see. Pazzo. Oh, is it Pozo or Bozo? Pazzo? Let me think. I don't know. I don't seem to know.
Oh, I once knew a family called Gotzo. The mother had the class.
Where am I from?
You are human beings nonetheless, as far as one can see, of the same species as myself. Of the same species as myself, making God's ears!
Given the existence as uttered forth in the public works of Puncher and Watchman, of a personal God, claw, 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 with wide beard, claw, 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 outside time without extension, who from the height of divine apathy, a divine family, a divine aphasia, loves us dearly, with some exceptions for reasons unknown, but time and consider what is much more than in all the neighbors lost us Steinway and Peterman. It appears there was much more great for the light of the neighbors lost us Steinway and Peterman, that in the mountains and the plains, by the seas, by the river running water, running fire, the air is the same, and then the earth, namely the air, and then the earth, and the great cone, the great on stones, the Luca doesn't, I resume that soul. Fading, and concurrently, simultaneously, what is more for reasons unknown, in spite of the tennis, alas, the fear, the flames, the tears, the stone, on, the skull. This is all a pack of lies. You tell the truth! It's the truth, sir! You let us alone! What is the matter with you?
What is the matter with you?
I'm unhappy.
Not really. Since when?
I've forgotten.
Extraordinary, the trick. Oh, there you are again.
I'm cursed!
Where are you?
They're coming!
Who?
I don't know.
How many?
I don't know!
It's Gatto! We'll go, come on, it's Gatto! Hey, we're saved! Let's go and meet him! Gatto! Come back! that. Wait till I see. The only hope now is to disappear.
Where?
Behind the tree. Huh? Quick, behind the tree.
Decidedly, this tree will have not been the slightest use to us.
I wonder if now we might move on to something different.
I was just about to suggest it.
Yes, what? Ooh! We might get up to begin with.
Well, there's no harm in trying.
Child's play.
Simple question.
Where is my menial?
He's about here somewhere.
Well, why doesn't answer when I call?
I don't know. He must be sleeping. Perhaps he's dead.
What happened exactly?
Exactly. You two slipped and fell.
Go see if it's hot.
Oh, we can't leave you.
You need both go.
You go.
Me? After what he did to me? Never!
Yes, let your friend go. He stinks so. What is he waiting for?
Now, what are you waiting for?
In high school, I had the opportunity to senior direct. So my first show that I did was a children's show, and I thought something that would be really fun for the kids is that to do elements of puppetry and blacklight, because these would be things that could help transport them into that magical world. So part of my script was in the real world, and then part of it was in this magical forest with all these magical creatures. So I decided that I wanted to do the creatures through puppetry. We had full body puppets, and we also had some smaller hand puppets, and then we had costume puppets. I had a puppet on stilts to give like a big height and dimension. And then there was also the element of blacklight. So anything that we couldn't do budget-wise with costuming or painting, it kind of helped because the blacklight just illuminated the factors that I really wanted to show through. And all the kids, as soon as the lights and the puppets came out, it was just, and it was nice because as much as, you use your own imagination to take you there, if there's elements already on stage to help invite you, that's what I think was really special about the show. As a director, what I want to accomplish bringing new ideas and inspiration to people through my work. And I think that even if the topic of the story or the script isn't necessarily heavy, just by small elements, you can even bring new ideas. Even if it's through technology or design, they're like, well, I've never seen something like that before. And I think that's really exciting. And that's what really brings people back and makes them want to come back for more, is seeing things they haven't seen before or seeing things they have seen before but in a new light. And I want to create things that do that for people. So it's almost their own little version of coming back to themselves. Because that's what I love most about theater, and that's what keeps me coming back.